Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of RowMMo. Today's topic, the opening track, Start of Emotion. Man, I would struggle to tell you when this song was actually written. The whole song basically just revolves around this one old E blues riff that I've been playing for about 3 years now, ever since I learned it. It's not very common in today's music, but it's probably one of my all-time favorite scales. It's called an E major blues scale. And it's in a lot of the stuff I'm making. It's in basically every single one of my solos, and it's even in the opening track to this series. Which I should clarify is actually part of a separate, unfinished song that might be in the next album. So if you like it, if you don't, leave a comment. Just good or bad, I want something. What it really is though, is basically just the note and chord E. Over and over again. Think of Rush E, but a bit less cursed. I basically tried to play E in as many ways as I could, but sticking to that E major blues scale I talked about in the beginning. And it's why I don't really know when this song was really made, because it was just a riff that I played when I was bored. It was low E and then high E. Up and down, wax on, wax off, whatever you want to call it. And one day I just decided this can be something good. Even the lyrics to this thing, I don't even actually have written down, surprisingly enough. I have every single other lyric to the entire album written down in a notes folder on my phone. Because that's where I originally wrote them, that's where I got my ideas, that's where I kept track of things. But not this one. Because this one, surprisingly enough, I didn't even have to think about. This one came to me very naturally by just playing that riff. I basically just started singing and presumably took inspirations from two things. One of them being Dio's song, not that Dio, this Dio. Don't Talk to Strangers from the Holy Diver album. Starts the second verse off with a line going something like, "Hey, you know me," which is probably where I got that "hey, hey" from me. I believe I was listening to it a lot when I recorded this. But that's just the start of the lyrics. There's also everything else. One of my favorite parts about this thing is obviously roaming down the street. That one actually has an old story to it. I think it arrives from a very, very old, a lyric that I came up with when I was like maybe 4 or 6. Literally years ago. A very childish lyric that people might sing about. It says, roaming down the street, sitting by the tree. I don't remember the full lyrics, so don't ask me about it. But that roaming down the street really stuck with me. And the reason I don't have these things written down is because I didn't think about them. I just sang them, thought they sounded good, and then afterwards I might have assign meanings to them, but nothing really strong. Other songs on the album have a deeper meaning to them. This one was just Start of Emotion. I put it at the beginning of the album because it was the start of the album. Very similar, very understandable, to be honest. But the only real interesting part about this one, in my opinion, is the name Start of Emotion, because that one out of everything here actually has an innuendo that I thought about, and that is that everything has to be with E. Everything has to have some connection to E. And it's actually how I came up with that lyric that I sing in the chorus. It was, what's a word that starts with E? That's right, emotion. So let's call it Start of Emotion. I feel like that's kind of neat. I don't know if people have thought about that, but because people don't think about keys these days and things along those lines. But I really like it, and I think it's a neat little innuendo, neat little reference. It's me again, a different day. Just finishing this up. It's not that late, but it's getting late. That is the end of this episode. If there's anything else you want answered about this song or any other song, I would like for you to ask that in the comments. I cannot answer everything everywhere, but I will answer every YouTube comment. And if it's about another song that doesn't come out yet, I would like you to wait for that episode to come out, see if it gets answered, and if it's not, ask the comment on that video. It's just a respectable way to do it. Ask it on that video so that if other people come along, don't ask me multiple times. But yeah, that's it. I kind of expected this episode to be longer, but this I don't have that much more to say, or rather that much more that I want to say about it. So we'll see you in a week.